Hi guys, welcome to Sharks Fan TV with myself, Humphrey. Thanks for joining in. Welcome to the Currie Cup preview show, Sharks versus Cheetahs. Actually, it's Cheetahs versus Sharks. So let's get into it, guys. Well, first of all, before we start, I want to say thank you for just watching the video. Thank you for the support, and I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about the content. Please share, subscribe, and like the video, and also drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what we're discussing about any topic we are talking about. Let me know about your thoughts. So in today's video, I'm just going to talk about the Cheetahs. I'm going to take a look at the Cheetahs versus Sharks, the upcoming game that's going to be played after Christmas on the 27th. Which has some news there. We're going to look at the form that each team is going into, and we're going to look at the starting 15, although at the making of this video, I think the starting 15 hasn't been released yet. So we're just going to take a look if it's released, and we'll talk about some big news actually for SA Rugby. So I'm really excited for today, so let's get into it. Okay, going into this game, we'll take a look at the Cheetahs' form first of all, and we'll take a look at the last 6 games they played in the Currie Cup. That includes last year's Currie Cup, which was the ABSA Currie Cup. So the last 6 games in the Currie Cup, they beat the Pumas, which was last week, and then they lost to Lions. Going back in the first game, they lost to Bulls 13-40. Last year they won the trophy, actually beating Lions in the finals, beating Sharks in the semi-finals, and also beating Western Province. So the last campaign they actually did well, but in the last 10 games, we'll take a look at the last 10 games they played 10, won only 2, drawn 1, and lost 7. Tries, they've scored 20 tries and they've conceded 20 tries in the last 10 games. So a bit of balance here, but you can see that their form isn't good going into this game. They lost their last game, like I mentioned, and going into this game, they don't look like they're gonna win. But they actually won their last game against Pumas 35-31. And they will have their tails up going into Sharks. Of course, we're playing at Free State Toyota Stadium, and hopefully we just pray that the game goes on. I have some more news on that, but we'll see how it goes. Now, taking a look at the Sharks' form in the Currie Cup, the last 6 games they played in the Currie Cup, they lost last week against the Lions 27-12. They won against the Bulls 32-29, and the first game of the Currie Cup was 45-10 against Pumas. Last year we lost in the semi-finals against Cheetahs. I just mentioned that, and Bulls. We won against Bulls and the Lions. So last campaigns we reached the semi-finals, which were eliminated by the Cheetahs. So this is a very good clash coming into this, and it's also almost a decider. The top 4, of course, will go into the playoffs in the semis and the finals, and we'll see. Cheetahs are coming in strong, but Western Province also behind, just wanting to secure that 4th spot. The top 3 are Bulls, Lions, and Sharks, with Sharks having played 1 less game. So we'll have to close in to the Bulls in terms of points. If this one will be a bonus point game, I think it will boost our points, and we'll secure either a home semi-final, which will be 2nd or 1st in terms of position. Going into this game, also our 10 games, last 10 games we played, we've won 7 and lost 3. We've scored 22 tries and conceded 28. So we've conceded more tries. I thought our defense was actually good, but The numbers don't lie, guys, and yeah, we're supposed to concede less tries, score more tries. That's a no-brainer, I will say. But hopefully we'll just up our game this time. Last game, I wasn't impressed with a lot of things they played in our territory. I'm talking about Lions, and I really hope that this time we've learned from our lessons. There was no excuses. Our coach Sean Everett said there's no excuse for what we did. We did a lot of blunders in breakdown areas, in terms of scrummage, in terms of racks, and we didn't take advantage when it came to territorial game. They really played in our territory, and like I said in my past video, we had more possession than the Lions, but all the possession, it counted for nothing because most of the game was played in our territory. So we're going into this game with a loss. They come in with a win, but I'm thinking that Cheetahs will be ready for the Sharks, and I hope that the Sharks will be, up for the game. Head to head, like I said, the Sharks have won the last encounter they met with Cheetahs. That was the Super Rugby at Kings Park. We won 19-13. I remember it was a scrappy game. We mostly there wasn't a try in that game. Mostly it was points and penalties. And then going back to 2019, which we lost in the semi-finals against the Cheetahs, they were not in the Super Rugby, so we had to go back all the way to 2018, and then 2017 Super Rugby. We won in 2018 and lost in 2017. So we come in the last 6 games, we've won 3, and the pattern was a win-loss, win-loss, win. In the last 5 games, it's a win-loss, win-loss, win. So that just shows you that this is a very competitive game, and we're supposed to be very up to it when it comes to this game. Now the starting 15, I am not able to give you at the time of recording this video. The starting 15 has not been released yet, and we'll just go back courtesy of SuperSport. It says that it's unclear that the game will go on because we are still struggling with COVID-19 test issues. We did a test, the team did a test this morning, and they're waiting for their results. Hopefully they'll come back negative, and those who are involved last week, who sat out last week due to COVID-19 restrictions, hopefully they'll come back and no one else is further affected by this, because this game could be called off and this video will be for nothing. So hopefully let's hear what they say. So like I said, the starting 15 hasn't been recorded, but I'll just mention a few guys I expect to be there. Corin Bosch will still be our number 10. Sanele Nohamba will still be our scrum off. Manili Bok retains his position. I think Sbu, Lucanio Am, and Marius Lowe will be the last of the line, or the back players. I think the forwards are the ones who we're going to experience a bit of change. I expect Aaron Andrews to come back. He was out. He was attending a family bereavement, so we're still gonna support him in these times. We're just gonna give him all our support as Sharks fans, and hopefully he'll be back to this game, because unfortunately Aston Fortan, he wasn't that clinical when it came to line out, when it came to ball carrying. We were lacking that yesterday. The game that was played last week on Saturday. And then I expect Thomas Dutoy to still be out. He was out with a rib injury. I don't have fresh team news, so everything I'm saying is from last week. We were expecting some team news today, but nothing yet has come. So on Sunday when it comes, hopefully we'll have the strongest team out there. Another piece of news that we're going to talk about is this big news from SA Rugby actually, and you haven't heard about it. I'm just gonna say that when COVID-19 hit in the beginning of the year, many countries we went into lockdown. Of course, you know, you're part of it, and the Vodacom Super Rugby was ultimately cancelled. It was called off, and New Zealand went and did it its own version after reopening their country. They did Super Rugby Aotearoa. Then Australia did their own as well, Super Rugby AU, Super Rugby Australia. They also had some inter-country competitions there. They had the Rugby Championships, which was down to the Tri-Nations. The Springbok were not involved. And we also had our own Super Rugby, the Super Rugby Unlocked, which merged into this Currie Cup. The points that were gained in the Super Rugby Unlocked were carried forward to this Currie Cup. That's why the Bulls are on top. They played more games and they won most of their games. I think we lost to the Bulls also in the Super Rugby Unlocked. Now all this compounded into SA Rugby trying to just come up with something that's gonna put forward, or they're gonna push SA Rugby forward in terms of its franchises. And there was a lot of talk from New Zealand. The New Zealand franchises, I'm not going to mention name, of course, here, but you know, a few people in the franchises, a few people involved in New Zealand rugby were talking about SA to be eliminated from the Super Rugby, which had 18 teams. It was very muddled. It was very this thing of playing the local, you have a local table and you have the combined log table. It wasn't really appealing to fans, and we started losing a lot of fans because the game was just too complicated. You know, you might win your conference, but you might lose, or you might be fourth in the overall conference. That didn't really make sense. And the South African conference comprises of the Sun Wolves, comprises of the Jaguares from Argentina. So there was a lot of traveling here and there, which wasn't that much liked by fans and some players alike. So they are campaigning for South Africa to be dropped from Super Rugby, and COVID-19 was just an escalation, and it gave them actually what is it called? It gave them an excuse to just axe. When they started Super Rugby Aotearoa and Super Rugby Australia, they didn't consult the rest of the members of SANZA, and SA Rugby CEO was really pissed off or disappointed, I can say, that this had happened. So the franchises have moved to this. So guys, what you're seeing there is the new Guinness Pro 14 Rainbow. Although it's 16 teams, it's still gonna be called Pro 14, or it's gonna change to Pro 16, I don't know, but we're gonna call it the Rainbow Cup for now, and it's gonna start on the 17th of April next year, which is gonna be involved the 4 top franchises of South Africa, which I'm excited about because we're now gonna explore the Northern Hemisphere. And it's gonna be really, really nice meeting teams like Munster, Leicester, the Dragons. We've just been watching them, and now we are part of it. And I'm really glad that this has happened. And it's gonna push SA Rugby actually competing in a Northern Hemisphere. Most of our players have gone to Northern Hemisphere. You know, we talk about Damien Delande and others who are gonna be in this tournament. So we have 4 teams. Let me just confirm to you. We have 4 teams from Ireland, we have 4 teams from Wales, and 2 teams each from Italy and Scotland. I want you guys to guess which teams are from Italy and Scotland. I'll give you one hint. It's the Edinburgh Rugby is from Scotland, obviously, because Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland, and guys, I want you to name the second one from Scotland. I want you also to name the two teams from Italy and from Italy. So let me know, guys. Drop it in the comment sections below, and we'll talk about it when they come. So guys, some exciting news at Sharks One TV over here. Like you just seen, and like I just said, we're gonna be in the Guinness Pro 14 Rainbow Cup, or just the Guinness Rainbow Cup. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna explore each and every team history, a bit of history, what are they like, and just to know about them. So each week we're gonna drop 1 or 2 videos showing who are they. It's gonna be called the Who Are They series in Sharks Fan TV. So keep it locked here, guys, and let me know what else you want to know about it. But some of the things we're gonna talk about in this series are gonna be who are the teams in the Guinness Pro 14, the history of when they were founded, competitions that have been involved in, trophies that they've won, where they finished in the last campaign, the strengths of the team, and some international players. We're going to look at some international players or some exciting players in the team. So we're talking about Connacht, we're going to talk about Leinster, Cardiff Blues, Dragons, Edinburgh, Zebre, Glasgow Warriors, Ospreys. We're going to talk about Sharks, we're going to talk about Lions, Stormers, and the Bulls. Who are they? Their history, what type of trophies they've won, what competitions they've been involved in, when they were founded. So keep it locked, guys, here at Sharks One TV, and everything is coming to you very soon. After the Currie Cup, we're going to explore this thing, and I'm excited about this, guys. I'm excited about starting in the Pro 14. I'm excited about the challenge, and one of my dreams as a fan is actually to be at the Aviva Stadium. And these Pro 14 finals, which will be in March of next year, will be held at the Aviva Stadium. One of the most holy grail of rugby in the world. One of the most holy grail stadium. And I want to be part of it one day. So hopefully, after COVID restrictions, guys, we're going to get to travel to see our Sharks. Possibly, maybe there in the Aviva Stadium one day. Like I said, the finals being held there this year. Who knows when we're in the rugby in the tournament and it's being held at Aviva Stadium, or even Twickenham. You never know, or even Kings Park Stadium. So I really I'm excited about this journey, and I'm excited about what SA Rugby is doing to the franchises here. Sadly, the Cheetahs and the Eastern Province team, the Kings, EP Kings, are not going to be involved in this tournament. But we have players like Yao coming in on loan from them, and they're going to be represented. And I hope they're not going to go obsolete. Possibly they're going to compete in another tournament and still keep the franchise alive. Remember, Currie Cup is still going on. We'll still be involved in the Currie Cup after this Pro 14. It replaces the Super Rugby, and I'll explain that further on, and I'll rank this tournament as we go along. So keep it locked, guys, into Sharks Fan TV. More content coming your way. Leave comments below and let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're excited for the Pro 14. And we'll see you guys soon. Have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy it. Hopefully we'll play the game, and we hope that COVID restrictions are not, COVID-19 are not restricting the game. And enjoy, give love to one another. Keep it black and white, guys, and nothing else matters.